we have seen Uipath document understanding. Also we have seen different phases in my previous video. Today we will take one example and we will see how we can do that, how we can automate the invoices or PDF files, how we can deal with the PDF files, multiple PDF files, how we can extract the data from the multiple PDF files. So this is a one use case. You can say here we need to take 10 invoice, or you can say 10 PDF files. We need to extract data like invoice ID, customer ID, quantity, unit, amount, and later we need to store that data in an Excel file, right? So we'll see how we can do this exercise in Uipath. Okay, so I'll just open the Uipath Studio. This is my community version. Okay, community version means we can use this version for a practice purpose, and version is 2023, right? Once I open this Uipath Studio, I need to create a process, new process. Here I need to put a process name, so I'll use document underscore okay. This is my location where this project will get stored, right? You can change this location as well, and this description here I'll just use demo purpose. Okay, here language VB and C#. So basically this Uipath is created in the .NET framework, and VB like Visual Basic or C# is this language is used to create, right? This language is used to create any applications with help of the .NET framework. So if I'll use VB, like by default is VB, Visual Basic, so all code is written backgroundly in Visual Basic format. If I'll choose C#, so all code behind this is created by the C# language. Okay, so I'll simply make this VB, which is a by default value, and simply create on the create. I'll just click on the create. Once this window is appeared, need to click on the open main workflow, and here this is the latest version of the Uipath. If you see app web recorder in another format, so I need to use, I need a classic format design. So for that I'll simply click on this general, and I'll just disable this modern design. So I'll use reload. Okay, at very first stage I need to install packages related to Uipath document understanding, or you can say document understanding. So in search box I'll simply put uipath.intelligentocr.activities. so what is the latest version? It's 6.9.1. so I'll use the latest version. I'll just click on this installed and save. Again the second version like omni page OCR, right? So uipath.omnipage.activity, which is the latest version 1.15.0. so I'll simply click on the installed and again click on the save button. Okay, so once we install this first package like Uipath, or you can say this intelligence OCR, so you will see this taxonomy manager, right? The very first stage, taxonomy. What is the taxonomy, or what is the main purpose of taxonomy? With help of the taxonomy we can structurize, we can categorize the documents, right? So simply as a simple click on the taxonomy manager. Here first I need to create a group, right? So that's what I'll simply click on the group. So I'll use like Vincent is my organization name. Click on this save, and simply click on the Vincent category. So in this organization we need to put some category like account department, HR department, and any other department. So here I'll use account department. Okay, and again inside account department what type of document we can see? So invoices, bills and other documents. So for now, as of now, I'll just take invoice, save. Okay, now this is my organization name, this is my department name, and this is my document name. In the document, which kind of fields we need to extract? That's what, if you see here, this is a field. So I'll simply click on this plus sign, and first field which we need to define as a invoice ID. And what is the field type? So for that, as a I will show you. So this is my invoice which I need to deal with. Okay, I need to extract this value, invoice, customer ID, quantity in hours like 8 hours, unit price in dollar $20, and again amount in dollar 1600 comma 00 dollars. Okay, so I need to extract these fields, right? So that's what first is invoice. Okay, invoice ID, which is type of number, save. The second field is a customer ID. This is again a number, that's what I'll just click on the save. Third field is a invoice ID, customer ID. Third field is like quantity, QTY, quantity, which is also again in a number format. So I'll click on this save. Then price and amount. Price and at the last amount. Okay, so here I just create the skeleton. I have created this skeleton here. This is my organization name. Okay, this is my department name, and this is my invoice, and in that invoice I need to work with, I need to deal with these fields: invoice ID, customer ID, quantity, price and amount. Okay, here I'll just simply close that taxonomy manager. Okay, so from here I'll use load taxonomy. Okay, load taxonomy. If you see in this project, if you refresh it, you will see this document processing and taxonomy.json file is created. If I'll open this JSON file, all whichever field we have created in that taxonomy manager, all that data is stored inside this JSON format. JSON format is basically JavaScript object notation file. Okay, in that, if this is called as the nodes. All this is considered as a database. Basically it's like a database, and this database is used when we create the taxonomy, when we create the structure of the documents. Okay, now I have create one variable to store all that information, right? So that's what control K var for variable, and I'll use the same name, taxonomy, enter. Okay, and variable, you will see what is the variable type of that document taxonomy, right? That means first step has been done, load taxonomy. Okay, what is the second step? Second step is digitize document. Okay, so here I'll simply type digitize document, right? Now before that, we need to work with these documents, right? I need to fetch these 10 invoices, like invoice 12 to invoice 119, right? So I need to work with these documents which is available in this path, right? For that, to fetch all that data or to fetch all that files one by one, so that's why I'll just create one variable. From here I'll just use assign activity, and I'll just create one array type of variable, file array. Okay, and from the variable I am storing multiple data here, right? That's what, and that data is form of the string. That's what I have used, array of string. Okay, array of string, right? Now here I need to take that data in my local system. So directory dot get files. Directory means current directory. Get files means fetch the files from current directory. Okay, and here I need to pass the path. So I'll just paste this path inside double quotes. Simple. Okay. Okay, so file array directory dot get file, directory local machine directory, right? DE, this is the directory dot get files, to fetch files from particular directory. From where? Like this path, to get files. So this is the collection, right? This is the list of some data, list of files. So for that, to fetch data one by one, I need to use for each loop. Okay, so here I am using for each loop, and inside this for each loop I need to pass this variable file array. Okay, file array. And now here I need to pass this load taxonomy inside this body, and again this digitize document inside the body. Why? Because we need to work with multiple PDF files. That's what I have used file array and directory dot get files, and now I need to work with multiple PDF file one by one. That's why I am using for each loop. Okay, and now this current item is used. Now the information or that file is stored in current item one by one. Okay, now document path. Now this is current item. Now in this current item I can see my first file. Okay, current item, because this is in a for each loop, right? Document type. What do you mean by document types? So document type is used when we are digitized document. That means we are converting non-digitized document or digitized document in form of the digital output format, right? That's what here also I need to create one variable where document type, and for document object module DOM, it's an structure, right? So again also this DOM, for this DOM also I need to create one variable where DOM. Okay, and Uipath document OCR. This is by default OCR. We can use Omni OCR or other OCR as well. Fine. Now this is the second step. First step is load taxonomy. Second step is digitize document. Then third step is classify documents. Okay, so that's why I used classify document scope. Okay, classify document scope. Here also document path. Currently the document is in for each loop, so current item is my document path here. Taxonomy, where taxonomy, document text, where document type, DOM or document object model, where DOM, and classification result, right? Before this classification result, I am classifying my document. Classify document means now whichever document I am using, I need to classify the document, right? So we need to put some identifier, right? Here I am using keyword based classifier, right? We need to find some keyword over there, right? So here in this project, if you see, we have one file with taxonomy.json. Similar way we need to create one more file, right? So I'll just copy this file, and again I'll just paste the same file here. Okay, I'll just copy this file and I am just pasting the same file, right? And here first I am deleting all this data from this file, and I am giving name as keyword. You can put any name, you can give any name here. Okay, now I need to give that file which we have created, keyword json. Okay, now manage learning. Now here I need to classify the fields. Okay, so add new keyword set. So here I'll just in double quotes I'll use invoice ID. Okay, again here I'll use customer ID. Okay, here I'll use QTY quantity, price. For I am putting more words here, and last amount. Okay, click on the save button. Again configure classification. Here I'll just simply click on this checkbox. Okay, now classification result. So I am creating one variable here where classification result. Okay, I'll just put one message box here to check whichever code or whichever program we have done till now that is working fine or not. So I'll use message box, and inside this message box, now this is the classification result. If I'll open this variable, classification result is in form of the array, so that's why I have used like array here. So here I'll use where classification result, it's an array, so I'll use 0 index position, right, and dot. I need to see document type ID. Okay, document type ID. So from where I get all this information, so from here I can get the information, right, from this keyword.json file. If I'll run this, you will see Vincent.account.invoice. Now we are only using invoice, right, but with help of this document type ID we can see this is a invoice. That means the document is type of the invoice. Okay, I'll just click on the OK button and I'll simply delete that message box. Once this classification document scope is over, we'll use validation, right? After classification, extraction, right, extraction. So in extraction we can fetch exact data, right? So I'm using extraction here. So here data extraction scope, so I'll use data extraction scope here, and again document path, which is like current item because we are in the for each loop. Taxonomy, so here where taxonomy, document text where document type as a variable, classification result where classification result, right, 0, and object document module where DOM. Extraction result again for same like here I'll use keyword based classifier for classification document scope. So for data extraction scope as well, I'll use form extractor, right, form extraction. Here this is my endpoint and this API key which is automatically available here. So from where this API key is getting, right, this is came from the orchestrator. My orchestrator is like available on, this is my cloud.uipath.com community version, so I can use cloud.uipath.com. Sometimes this API key, lower version, this API key will not appear. So what we need to do, we need to use, so on older version if you are not getting that API key, you can open the cloud.uipath.com, click on the orchestrator, okay, then click on the tenant, click on the license, click on manage license from automation center, click on robot and service, and from here you get the same API key. If I'll open this ZBC, right, if you see this ZBC is available here. This is the latest version, so this API key is available here, right? In your system, if that lower version is available and if you're not getting this API key, you can use that API key from the orchestrator. Now I need to click on the manage template. Here I need to create a template first, so simply click on this create template. This is the invoice, so I'll use template name like demo_invoice. Here I am selecting one invoice file or a PDF file. Okay, and simple, this is Uipath document OCR. I can use Uipath document OCR or Omni OCR as well, so I'll just prefer Omni page OCR, and here I'll simple click on the configure. So we'll get this wizard. If you see what is the first matching info, that means we need to match some information here, so I'll use this invoice, this one, this, like this and this email address and bill to. We need some information for that matching purpose, so simply click on the plus sign. If you see, all that information which we have selected is now available here. Now the main field like invoice ID, so I'm using this invoice ID. Simple click on the custom area and click on the plus sign. This is my invoice ID. That means what I'm doing here, I'm mapping the fields. Okay, again customer ID, so I'll using this custom area and I simple click on this customer plus sign. Okay, similar quantity, so here this is my quantity, I'll use this value as a quantity, click on the custom area and plus sign. Unit price, so unit price, custom area and plus sign, and at the last amount. Okay, custom area and amount. That means I have mapped all my fields here. So from where I will get this information, from the whichever structure, whichever skeleton we have created, from there I'll got all this information. So I'm mapping this field with this skeleton or this information. Okay, simple click on the submit button. Now I need to close this. So now this, and I'm using the form extractor, right? Here click configure and simple click on this check, click on this save. Now I'm using, for validation purpose, I'm using present validation station to check whichever information, whichever field we have extracted, that extraction value is correct or not, right? Document path, again current.atom, document text, var document type, DOM, var DOM, taxonomy, so var taxonomy, extraction result, automatic extraction result. So we need to create one variable from the extraction result, so control K, var extraction result. Okay, the same variable I need to pass here. Okay, var classification, var extraction result. Okay, so var extraction result and validation extraction result. So here also I'll just create one variable for var validation extraction result. Okay, now all done. Now I'll run this program to see how it work. So I'm just running this program. Here I'm using validation station. That's what this pop-up has occurred for me. And here if I want to check this field, so 6374 is correct, so I'll just check this as a checked. 961 customer ID equal to 961, again this is also right. Quantity 6, this is also right. price 200, this is also right, amount is 1200, this is also right. So I'll just click on the submit. This is in the for each loop, so this will occur again. Now the second invoice will be taken, right? Now again 9020 correct, 654, this is also correct one, quantity is equal to 6, which is correct, so I'll just click this as a correct, 200 and 1200, that means this is also correct. Now I am not doing for all this invoice, I'll just simply stop this bot now, okay, because it will work or it will execute 10 times because I am in the for each loop. I don't require this present validation status, so I simply click on disable action, that means I am disabling this activity. Now after that, what is the next step? Export. Okay, I need to export extraction result here. Okay, if you see, I am inside the for each loop. Till now I am inside the for each loop. Okay, because I am dealing with different invoices, different invoices. Here extraction result, so where extraction result and data set. Data set is nothing but collection of the data table, right? I need to create one variable for the data set, so Control K, where data set, enter. Now I will get result in form of the data set, but I want to deal with the data table. That's why I am using merge data table, but before that I need to create a data table, right? So here what I am doing here, before this for each loop, I am creating a data table with help of the build data table, right? Build data table, and I am not giving any value here, it's not required because I'll get the result in form of the data set. That's what I am just creating a blank data table here, and I'll simple provide a variable like Control K, where data table, where dt, where for variable, dt for data table, so where dt. Okay, now here I am passing the same value, right? Merge data table, so source is my where data set, right? Where data set dot tables of 0, and what is the destination? What is the destination for that? Where dt. Okay, so why I am converting this where data set or data set into table? Because I'll get the result in form of the data set, right? I want to convert that data set in form of the data table, so data set itself a collection of the data table, right? That's why where data table dot tables of 0, first table, and destination is where dt, that means a simple data table. Now I'll got whichever information I will get, all that information now will store inside this data table, final data table. Now what I need to do, I need to print that data table in a Excel. That's why I have used one Excel application scope, or I simply use a right range workbook. Okay, so here same. Okay, so I'll use any Excel file, then where dt, and sheet name is equal to, in double quote, sheet, for example 21. If that sheet 21 is not present, it will automatically create that sheet, right? And I'm just simply click on the add header, so header is also created, right? Now again we'll see quickly. First I have used this array because I'm dealing with 10 multiple files. That's what I have taken this get file or directory.getfiles. All this information or all these files will available one by one inside this file array. I have created one data table here, blank data table, because I need to use that later one, and have used for each loop activity because I want to deal multiple files here. And at the end I am using right range activity, and inside this right range activity I am putting the data table which we which we get from this for each loop. Okay, now if I run this, now it will execute it. Now this program will execute it successfully. We have not gotten any issues, any bugs, right? Now here I'll just open this Excel file and let's see what output we will get. So if you see sheet 21, if I'll open this sheet 21, so we will get this result here, right? Expected result. So if I'll open this, so we have 10 files, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we will get invoice ID, customer ID, quantity, price and amount. Now I'll delete this file, and again if now I don't have this sheet 21 with me. Okay, and now again I'll just run this program again. So here I will get the result here. Okay, so if I'll open this, okay, again sheet 21, so we will get a expected result, right? So with help of the Uipath document understanding, it will help us to extract data from the PDF file. Fine. So this is the first example. We will see the other example as well, right? So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for joining. Do subscribe this channel. Yeah, thanks again.